Hey there, and happy Tuesday evening. So I'm getting ready for a fun class in Fairmont on Thursday, and so hopefully some of you will be able to join me for that, and I'm going to give a sneak peek of one of the projects that's going to be there. So here I'm working with some of the products from the Perennial Lavender suite, and it's one of the few designer series papers that has carried over into this catalog, and that's always exciting because a lot of times we love the paper and then it seems like it's gone so fast, but you can still get this. So if you've had it, you can get it. And I also keep notes of different projects that I've used, or products I should say, or projects in different areas. And I thought, oh, there's a couple groups that haven't got to work with anything related to the Perennial Lavender products. And so I had made notes, and Fairmont hasn't got to see this. So I thought I'm going to show you this, as well as show you kind of an alternate at a recent class, and how I kind of swap out certain elements of the cards to make part of one card into part of another card. So let me turn my camera around here and show you how that's going to work out here. Okay, so I've got my host code here. Oops. I don't know why my tripod doesn't want to just pop into the place that it normally should go into for my lives. I don't know. I did a lot of working around in my office, and so it could be just that it got bumped or something. There we go. So with this, before I forget or get too busy and not put it in the end, so these products, I'm not using them today, but they go along with this suite of products here. And you can't order them as a bundle any longer, but they do go together, the dies and the stamps here. If you order from me the month of June, not only do you get what I normally send out, which is a pack of hand-stamped cards as a thank you, you will be put into a drawing to get to these products if you order a stamp die bundle from me this month. So depending on how many bundles you order from me is how many entries you get into my drawing for this month of June. So just want to point that out. Okay, so today here's the card here. I'm going to try and kind of bend up these little butterfly wings here for you. So to start with, part of wanting to clean out my room, and I've been a demonstrator, for those of you that are new to me or watching me, for almost 29 years now. And so I have tons of things, and I'm not one that just tosses things lightly. I hang on to them. And one of the products years ago that Stampin' Up! Carried was a line of neutrals cardstock and a line of naturals cardstock. So this is the neutrals, and I don't even know if this will pick it up, but it's almost like concrete with those little fine grains of little flecks. And it's very fine, which I really liked. And I just came across this, and it was about the same time that this paper came out. So it was a few months ago, and I noticed how well this background of the Perennial Lavender matches with that. So I said, you know what? I know it's retired. I know people can't purchase that right now. Maybe some people still hoard paper like I do, and they might be thrilled to go, I can get this out and use it and have something that's going to be really new and beautiful all over again. Or, you know, you might just say, okay, that's nice, but I'm just going to use like something that might be close, is say like the new basic beige color. Let me pull that out. I mean, a little bit different in there too, but if you want, you know, to think of something else if you don't have this today. But I always say that, okay, I'm not going to stock my classes with lots of retired product. I don't like to do that, because if somebody falls in love with something, I want you guys to be able to purchase it and get your hands on it, because that's kind of sad if you go, I love this card, and then I have to say, oh, but you can't get this or that. So, and at that time too, Stampin' Up! Even came out with coordinating envelopes too that match. So some people will get these at my class, not everybody, but it's just kind of fun to take that space and put some new product in, because 29 years, my space gets filled up and I don't have a ton of space. I am grateful for what I do have. Okay, so that's my card base. Got kind of long on that. Hi there, Joanne. Good to see you on here, and Marilyn and Diane and Maureen again. Yay. Okay, so with this, how I'm building up my card today is I'm taking a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece here of Highland Heather, and so that's basically an 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of paper, and I've just quartered it. So it's a perfect quarter here, and then I'm going to bring out my cut and emboss machine, and then the Perennial Postage dies. I've been using these a lot, you guys. So I'm using the largest die here. So this kind of fits and frames all of that. So I'm using the largest die here, and also this one that fits here. I'm going to show you an alternate card, and that was using this die here that doesn't have the edges all the way around, just kind of has the postage look on the sides here. So that's where that's coming from, is the Perennial Postage dies. So by taking the largest die here, I'm just going to make sure I have that even. Sometimes I don't care, but I'm going to be using both pieces, so I want it to be a nice frame as well as a nice inter piece too. So I've got that. So this is what I'm using for today's card, which I have a lot of these leftover pieces because on a recent class I needed a bunch of these pieces. So here's my alternate card where people put together this card using a lot of the same accessories as what people are going to be putting together on Thursday. So it has a lot of the same look, and it almost looks like my card base is Highland Heather with this kind of cut out and put in. It's kind of an optical illusion, but I'm just putting this frame here around the edge of this paper here, like so. So I'll put that together. But I love showing you, like, hey, if you're going to use or cut to make one, this is how you can use the other. So I wanted to show you that. So what I'm going to do here, let me grab my card base again. Got lost underneath my cut and emboss machine already. So because it is a finer kind of frame, a little bit narrow, I'm going to take my glue here and just skimpily put this on. And sometimes I wish when I do classes for different events where they've never stamped before, I wish they could see how little glue I use and how effective it is. Because I think sometimes people just think it's like, oh, it's like when we were in first grade and you just take that Elmer's glue and you just load it on. Some people ate theirs too. Let me know if you were one of those people that like to either eat it, your glue, or I like to stick it on my fingers, like put a coat and then later peel it off. I don't know why. That was fascinating for me. Maybe that was the start of me loving to work with crafts. Who knows, right? So because this is glue too, sometimes I can go and push this along a little bit too. But yeah, like nothing's going to move too much because I have just that tiny bit of glue and it's sticking really well there. So now that's going to be our framed edge. Hi there, Jean. Good to see you on here, and Priscilla too. Okay, so now what I've done is just taken a section of that pretty paper from the Perennial Lavender 12 by 12 assortment, and I've just been using all sorts of different pieces with this. So this card has from this sheet, and a similar looking sheet is the other alternate card that I did at a recent class. And so they're similar, but this one pulls in a little bit more white, and this one had a little bit more of the darker flowers. So I cut a section here that is 3 inches by 4 1/2. And I'm going to put it on this Lost Lagoon. And I kind of wanted to have some framing. At first, my thought was, and I can show you, just putting it in there like that. And I kind of felt like it just was too busy and kind of up. So I really liked adding that. So I made it a little bit skinnier. So this is 3 3/8 by 4 and, let me look here, it's kind of an odd, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. So it's kind of this little hash mark before 3 1/4 and the little hash mark before 4.75. So that is how I came up with that, just to get a little bit of a narrower matting on there. And so, yeah, like I said, sneak peek for my upcoming Fairmont stamp camp on Thursday. My details are on my Facebook page here. And for those of you that are wondering, I still have time. Oh, ran out of, I thought it was pulling weird, running out of my adhesive there. Going to junk that. I always feel like if this happens during a live, which I try not to, I try and pay attention and have one ready to go. But I always feel like it's pit crew on a racing team here to quick like change the tires and keep going, right? Okay, there we go. All right, so anyway, I still have a few open spots for my Thursday class this week if you are local to me and live in that area. All right, so now we've got that here. Hi, Leah, I'm going to see you on Thursday, I know. Okay, so now to decorate this up, I'm going to add some embellishments and the sentiment. So let me open up my Highland Heather ink pad here. Oh, I need to cut that. So here's that small little frame, and I'm going to take just some basic white and put that on my cut and emboss machine here and send that through. And then we've got that. I love that postage die cut. Okay, so what I've been using for the sentiment on both of these cards is from the Country Flowers. So I've been loving this, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to do, I haven't narrowed down all of my projects yet, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be using this and the dies Thursday too. And so this is in stock, and extra 10% savings if you buy that bundle this month, the whole month of June, the extra 10% off, which equals 20% off of stamps and die bundles. So this says Sending Love, stamped out in Highland Heather, and normally I would stamp first and then cut it out, but it's pretty easy to get that in there when you can see it with the photopolymer. So that's good to go. And I'm just going to set that here for now. And then I'm going to bring over some scratch paper here. And here's my butterflies. So those paper butterfly accents, I'm going to just lay out sheets of these, and people can pick what they want. I'm going to take this one here. They are perforated, so they come out really easily. And then I'm just going to take a blending brush. Thank you, Elizabeth. I know a lot of people really like butterflies, and so I kind of come and go. It's not like, oh, I have to have butterflies, but I do enjoy working with them. But some people are like, oh, butterflies, and they just can't get enough. So I'm going to just kind of swirl that into my ink pad and get different lighter and darker. And what I'm doing is holding one side and just kind of pulling it away, because if I go back and forth like I would normally swirl on a background, it's going to probably end up taking this and crumpling it up into a little piece of trash. And I do have to kind of watch out because these little antennas here are kind of frail as well. But there's what we have there. And that's what I love about these paper butterfly accents, is that you can brush on any color that you want and have that just become part of your project and color coordinate very easily. So that's ready to put on. Just going to double check my thumbs, because sometimes when I do that and I'm hanging on to the butterfly, it wants to put some ink on my thumbs too. So this I'm just going to put on this piece of Highland Heather. That measurement is 2 1/8 by 1 1/4, and then this will fit on there really nice too. And then let me get some dimensionals here. I'm just going to pop about 3 of those on here as well. And then this is going to kind of sit right about here. And then this, I'm not going to pop up, but I am going to just put 1 mini glue dot here carefully on there, and then that's going to sit up here. And I'm just going to I always kind of putz with the wings, but we all know what happens. It's going to get put in an envelope probably, but I always think presentation for right now is kind of fun when you can see that on there. And I like how it like adds something, but it's so subtle, blends in with all the colors, and it just really is a fun addition to the card that way. And then the other embellishment that I want to use, I've been using a ton of these, are the purple fine shimmer gems. And so that kind of coordinates with all the colors that go along with this Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper and kind of suite of products. So I'm going to go for the lighter. It looks like we kind of have like Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, and then the Blackberry Bliss here colors. So I'm going to go with the lighter ones. I'm just going to grab, one of these larger ones, and try and look for areas maybe that don't have any flowers or anything so that you can actually see them. And this is kind of a busier paper, even though it's kind of subtle. So I'm just going to look for a couple areas. Oops, there's like a little piece of paper or something stuck there. I don't like that. Okay, I'm going to take that one off, and then I'm just going to kind of maybe stick this one up in here. There we go. So that way it's kind of subtle, but still adds a little something to the card by putting the purple fine shimmer gems on there. So Sending Love, this one actually today I'm going to make into a sympathy card. And so once again, from that same stamp set, Country Flowers, which doesn't, it's like not set up in the catalog to coordinate at all with the stamps that I do like how it goes together. So they have that sentiment in there with heartfelt sympathy, and that really coordinates well with the Sending Love, and it's that same font. So then I can go ahead and take that down to the inside of my card, and that will finish it. So like I said, it's kind of I like it when it works out. It's kind of fun to show you guys how like I said, just taking the frame and showing you that, and showing you a complete different card but very similar card by using that inside to go with that outside. So that was kind of my goal. So I have been working on this one, like I said, previous, and then this is a sneak peek for Thursday's stamp camp in Fairmont. So so very good. Thanks, Jean. And yeah, so Thursday I will post on my Facebook page here. So far it looks like I have a little bit of a room change, and I really didn't want to announce that too soon. In Fairmont, same building. I even think it's the same entrance and everything, but I'm going to double check that. They did get some water in their basement level that my classes are in, but I'm still able to hold my class, and so I'll just post that information tomorrow if they haven't updated. And I was kind of slow to do it because they said they're working on cleaning it up, so my class could go in the same area as it always has been in that lower level, but otherwise I'll be moved up to floor 1 in Fairmont on Thursday. So like I said, I'm just kind of waiting because I didn't want to put out the information and confuse people if I actually am in the area that I'm used to being at in that location too. So hope to get another video together for you guys tomorrow again, and I'm just having fun preparing, like I said, for Thursday. So it's like, oh, it's kind of fun to give sneak peeks instead of always being on the back end. So people might go, oh, I don't like that card, maybe I'm not going to come to class, but hopefully you'll see the card and want to come to class. I never know. All right, so have a good night. See you later. Bye-bye.